Good morning. This is MJ from Linus Publications. And we're just going to take a few minutes here. This shouldn't be too long to talk about Iran. And I had done a chart on Iran, and I'm going to go back and do another one, follow up on the one I actually did, probably later today or maybe later this week. But I did want to bring in a question chart. And I talked about a question chart before. And in this case, I'm looking for the answer of the outcome after the attack on Iran. So let's take a look. And as I noted, the question chart, it's a chart made up from the time that you ask a question. I ask the question, and sometimes the chart just isn't going to give me an answer. That can happen. Sometimes it's something I shouldn't know. So it's not like I can go and just ask questions about everything. But it seems like it's answering the question, but not really too specifically. And my question was not really specific either. And I purposely did that. I wanted to sort of leave it open-ended. Now, one of the things about a question chart is that you always want to take a look at where the moon is, because that is, in effect, telling you whether the question's going to be answered. And so if there are no angles from the time of the position of where the moon is to it moves to another sign, it means there really isn't much to that question. So what we have here is we have the ascendant being Leo. And it should be notable to say that Leo is in its later degrees at 28 degrees 53. And typically a sign in its later degrees can be chaotic, meaning that it can do unexpected things. Now, the moon we have right up here in the ninth house, almost touching the midheaven. Now, the midheaven in a chart for a country would be the leader or the ruling party, in effect, how it's perceived by other nations. So we have the moon that's very close to the head, in effect, of the country here. And I'm looking that is definitely probably going to be answering my question. And we'll talk about why here. The moon is going to be coming up to hit the midheaven. So that is literally an event that will be happening. What else is happening during that time? The moon is also going to be trining the south node. South node is where you give out. It's also going to be trining the fate point. Fate. That's what it's going to be. What this is telling me, and other people may have a different reading, and that's fine. What this is telling me is there's likely going to be a regime change. And not so much a violent one, because so far this is showing me as being, it's trine, so it's easy. I would suspect that the leader is going to step down, because he's going to say, I cannot lead Iran during this time of crisis. I need someone maybe younger, more versed in warfare, maybe diplomacy. So I suspect that's what's going to happen. Now, this is within a degree. It's not even a degree. So this is going to happen less than a day or a week or a month or a year. I know, pretty big things, but that's how the degrees work in a chart like this. So that's significant. So we could see this, I'd say probably within a week, if not maybe within a month. I don't think it's going to be a year. I don't think it's going to be less than a day. So some type of change at the head of the country. And the intent is it's not a violent change. It is one that's anticipated, one that the head of the country right now is saying needs to be done, even though he doesn't want to do that. But even more significant, after that's done, the moon is going to continue its journey, and it's going to make a conjunction to Uranus. Uranus, explosive. What does that mean? Well, some type of explosive change. Now, Uranus is ruling the seventh house. What's the seventh house? In this case, one of the items that it stands for, and not the only one, is known enemies. So this could be when Iran makes some initial acts against other countries. Now, again, this is approximately 7 degrees away, which means that that would be 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months, 7 years. But we're going to look at that probably being within the 7 days, maybe 7 weeks time frame. So I would suspect that we are going to have some type of action by Iran that would target possibly the United States here or its allies. So first, some type of change at the top. It could also be other allies come in to help Iran at this point. So that could be what the change at the top is. They get more allies, more consensus that they need help. So we'll see that first, and that'll tell us whether we're dealing with days, weeks, or months, and then we'll see the action. And thank you for listening. I appreciate it, and have a great day. And stay tuned because we'll probably be doing the Iran chart as a follow-up. Because as I noted, Iran, when I did the initial session on that, Iran knew what was coming down. They knew this was likely to happen. So they took acts to put them in a better position. So they had plans. Have a great day. Bye now.